Let me adjust it right here. Um, I didn't really go live all day, man. It was hectic today, but we got a little downtime. But in between time, I want to talk about. I think they do this shit on purpose, man. Just saying, like, if you pay attention to how the fights are announced, right? It's like I think they all, cause they all get money together, man. They all get money together. So yesterday, Devin Haney's date officially, even though pretty much people knew what it was, right? It dropped yesterday, the official flyer, artwork, however you want to call it, the promo. So today, Top Rank dropped Shakur Stevenson's right afterward. But if you think about it, how they're moving, it's Canelo Alvarez fight week. Vegas is popping, so why not? They're smart with that. I see that play, right? But this undercard, and I'm gonna talk more about this this evening when I get situated. I've been putting out little shorts and talking here and there on it, but Quentin Randall and Brian Norman Jr. are going to fight Thursday night. This fight, like I said, majority of the YouTubers, content creators, they're not going to really talk about it. Some are, a handful are. But if you are really, hands-on and really you knew this fight was brewing behind the scenes. I think Quentin Randall, matter of fact, both of them might have been on Mark Nash's platform. I know Combat might have had Quentin Randall on or talked to Quentin Randall. I know myself have spoken with Quentin and his coach behind the scenes and stuff. But this fight, and this is a good fight, because not for nothing, like I said, the average YouTuber that talks boxing on this, you guys, and I say this respectfully, you guys are followers, right? Neither one of these guys are probably on your radar, because like I said, most of you guys that talk boxing on it's all about clicks and likes, right? Neither one of these guys are, hundreds of thousands of followers on IG. So majority of the boxing gossip girl clicks and YouTubers aren't talking about it. But if you know these guys and you really know boxing, this is two quality guys. For one, Quentin Randall sparred with Earl Spence, sparred with Terrence Crawford. He spars with these guys, right? He was one of Earl Spence's chief sparring partners, getting him ready for Terrence Crawford. The Brian Norman spar war stories from Tank Davis to Terrence Crawford are out there. So this is going to be a hell of a fight. Like I said, later on, when I get settled in at the crib, I'm definitely going to do a lot more breaking down this, because there's a lot out there that could be covered on this. And shout out to Quentin Randall. He's out there in Vegas. And big up to Brian Norman Jr. And I told him, I'm going to do my part. Listen, when two guys that I respect, like I respect both of them for doing this, because this is boxing. Neither one of them had to fight each other. They both could have turned down the fight, or I'm gonna play the video where shout out to Brian Norman Sr. He says Brad Goodman and Brad Jacobs, those are the matchmakers over at Top Rank. He was like, yo, we're gonna give them your name and tell them this is what we want. And they did it. So I gotta respect that, and that's why I'm gonna push it for them. Like, I'm gonna market this as if I'm a team member. I'm gonna do my part. Because I feel like Top Rank is gonna promote it, but they're not gonna promote it how they should promote it, because they're undercard fighters. But this is a big fight, man. A big fight, man, especially for real boxing fans. If you're a real boxing fan, you're a real fighter fan, like you like boxing, not this a motherfucker that just talks this shit, or you're doing it for notoriety. Because I notice about the social media, a lot of people do boxing content for notoriety. And that's not the vibes. Look, this is good. This is Ocean Spray. 100% vitamin C. Man, it's good. Flavored with 3 juices. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do my part, man. Like I told both teams, don't worry. I'm gonna market, promote this. I got something on the table I'm not gonna discuss because when you discuss certain things, I have been learning that on this internet, motherfuckers try to make calls behind the scenes and cop block you, or So I'm just not gonna talk about it. I will disclose it the day of, the day of, right? But with that being said, man, I'm glad this day is almost over. The work day, at least, I'm talking about. But you see how I did my live this morning, right? And shout out to Big Blunts. He be on this, doing this thing behind the scenes, right? He sent me, but I had the email. I was like, man, I had the email. I knew the undercard. Shout out to Abdullah Mason's on it. Troy Isley. Cashflow Diaz. Big card, man. Big card. Thursday night. So you know what that means, right? These guys, for those guys that's out there in Vegas, they're going to get to fight on a Thursday night. And depending on, they will probably leave Vegas the week over after the weekend, So that's real cool, man. We were supposed to be on that card, man. But things didn't play out for us. I was looking forward to it. I was like, man, Vegas during the week. I was looking forward to it, man. Even though I don't, Vegas. Listen, you can be in Vegas and be sober. You don't have to drink and still have a good time. I was looking forward to it, man. T-Mobile. So if they're fighting at the T-Mobile, probably the host hotel is going to be the MGM Grand. MGM Grand got nice rooms. But yeah, dope card, man. And like I said, they are playing chess. Everybody is dropping their artwork, posters, however you call it, Canelo Alvarez fight week, which is smart. Which is grade A smart. And I think like Top Rank and them, they're really trying to stick it to Devin Haney and them, because Devin Haney and Regis dropped a joint yesterday, hot. I remember I was talking about it. I was like, man, this is hot. Less than 24 hours, Top Rank comes with the Shakur artwork and the undercard. And you see how they do it. I'm gonna tell you, man, Top Rank that's why they've been in the game for so long, right? Their fight is on a Thursday night and it's free. Whereas Devin Haney and Regis Progress is a pay-per-view event, December 9th. Even if you are subscribed to the Zone, you still have to purchase the pay-per-view. And tonight, what I'm going to definitely go more into. See, I spoke on it a little bit over the weekend, but I'm going to go more into it because I see more information starting to come out that, and I'm like, where are you pro PBC guys, right? Where are you guys? You guys disappoint me when it comes to this internet and being an insider, right? Because I look to some of you guys, right? Real talk, I look to some of you PBC insiders, right? But when I'm telling you, it is a lot of you so-called PBC YouTube boxing insiders aren't insiders at all. You know what you guys are? You guys are Twitter heads. You sit on Twitter and social media, right? Because I'm like, damn. I reported on a little bit when Rick put it out there, but I was like, I know they're gonna have something, right? But they haven't had nothing. Now Michael Benson comes out and puts some more information out that, yes, the OG, the head honcho, the HNIC, Joe Clark, aka Charlie's Angel, aka Al Heyman, is looking for a network. Now, I heard Ness talk about it a little bit briefly yesterday, but I didn't really, tackle it or dive into it. But now, I think, like I said, tonight, when I get settled in, I'm going to go in, do a lot. Shout out to Wise Owl Boxing. You got skills, we get deals. Um, yeah, I'll go in later on that, man, because I want to make some phone calls. I want to hit some colleagues up and, just get their intake. Because, one thing about me, Showtime Shine News media platform, I don't have to be the first to drop something. I don't have to be right. But I just like to get other insight and information on things. But I noticed that, and I'm going to continue to step on this guy because I think he's not good for the game. He's just not good for the game because he always got to be first. He feels that he has to be the only insider. Where it's like, bro, respectfully, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. You're not him, man. I don't. You're doing everything that we're doing, but you're not even doing it at that high of a frequency. Like, come on, man. We all are insiders, man. Do something else. Yeah, Yaga, Velocity Cuts. What's going on, good brother? Appreciate you. So, yeah, I'm Quentin Randall, Brian Norman conversations time. You know what? I'm feeling good. It's hump day. I might open up the panel again tonight. But I want guys that know these guys, that know this fight, man, to come on and talk about. I don't want guys that's just, don't know these guys or know their pedigree. Like Quentin Randall was an Olympian, 2016 Olympian. Give you a little insight on Quentin Randall because, like I said, that is my guy. He's in Vegas right now. Shout out to him and his coach. Quentin Randall did a little bit of time. He's an older guy, but he paid his debt to society. Was an Olympian, 2016 Olympian. He's been in there, like I said, with Bud, Earl Spence, a lot of top guys, right? Sparring. Guys call him up to get work when they want top quality work for fights. So that's always good because one thing about boxing, right? You got guys like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Like A guys, right? You see how, look, I don't front on Earl Spence. You hear what I said? A guys, and I said Earl Spence's name. So when you got guys like this calling you to be their sparring partner to get them ready for fights, that is a testament of who you are as a fighter. Because you're not gonna call dishwashers and cab drivers. He said Quentin Randall prepared Earl to get washed by T-Bud. Well, maybe Earl just wasn't, you see the reports are coming out, man. Maybe Earl hasn't been Earl since the car wreck. Maybe Earl was just Earl. Maybe the alcohol, the drinking, all the other stuff, it's Earl, Maybe Ugas could have did that to Earl before Lawrence Cole said, stop! Maybe Danny Garcia could have did that to Earl because Earl is on record to saying he had a hip problem and his hips was trying. But when different strokes for different folks. But yeah, shout out to Quentin Randall. That's a big fight, man. I'm definitely gonna give you guys the source on that. But the Shakur Stevenson undercard, you have Robert. Oh, I always say his name wrong. He fought the guy in Newark last year. Castacion. See, I'm not good with my pronunciation, but he's on the undercard. No, good. Great card, man. Great card on a Thursday, man. It's going up on a Thursday. They thought I was going to say Tuesday, right? Nah, Thursday. Yo, support my content, man. I put out a short, right? YouTube to me, right? I gotta go punch this clock in a second. But I want to say this. YouTube to me is so fake and phony, right? I put out content and when I was talking shit about Earl Spence, a lot of they let that video just slip through and go viral, right? A lot of guys was talking shit about me. Now, when I put out a quality video showing my hands, right? Showing I know the warrior code, the warrior dance, they don't want to put that in the loop. They don't want to put that in the loop, because I'm looking for a lot of these guys, these content creators, these trolls that was talking shit about me when I was critiquing how Earl Spence looked and how he was fighting and all that. Where are these same guys at now when I show and display how I could throw my hands? You know? And listen, if a content creator feels some type of way about me talking about throwing my hands, if you have a big enough check, you hear what I'm saying? A big enough check, we can listen. I'm always available, but listen. I'm not a professional prize fighter, but I will, spar or do the things for a prize. For a prize. There's a reason why I can speak about the quality and fighting at such a high frequency. I've been around it. Like, you see my daughters in the gym, how I was like that. Still am like that, but I was them back in the day. Around legends, though. I was around hitters. I was around Hall of Famers and legends. Like, they've been around that too. I'm not going to take that from them. They got the pictures and the accolades to show that. But I was around that on a regular basis. They are too, though. Give it up. Give it take, I was just checking the time, man. I'm ready to clock out and get out of here, man. It was cold this morning, bro. Oh, my God. How you have red head first. How do I have cinnamon and Mel? I have Charlo getting stopped, man. I need more from him right now. The vibes he's giving me, the energy he's giving me, the grand arrival. He's just happy to be there. He's not like off of his vibes and his energy, and how he addressed the crowd yesterday, how he got out of the courtesy call and all that. He don't give me that like he's coming in there to shock the world vibes. I could be wrong, but that's me. And like I always say, hey, what do I know? The news by Shaw News, right? I just don't get the vibes, man. He just doesn't do it for me. But thank you for that question, Velocity Cuts. Appreciate that. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building. Yeah, man. But Quentin Randall, man. Oh, man. I wish I was at the crib, man, because I got vintage videos. You know why this is going to be a good fight? Because both of the coaches, shout out to Senior, Brian Norman Senior, the Pops. He's a talker, man. He's a talker. So this is, oh man, it's like bittersweet, because we were supposed to be on that card, man. I would have loved to have been on that card, man. Oh man, the back and forth, should be good, man. Should be good. He said Quentin Randall prepared. Yeah, that's funny, man. But you listen, Earl Spence wasn't prepared, bro. Like the thing I don't like that Michael J. White said, like, don't take away from Terrence, man. Just call a spade a spade. Like, I think even if Earl was at his best, Terrence was going to do that to him, for the simple fact that Earl Spence, we never really seen him face a southpaw, especially an elite southpaw, right? But like what Michael J. White is reporting on the facts, bro. It's just that unfortunately Team Spence and the people over there, they're not official. I don't say solid no more. I say official, because all they do is lie. Like, they're foul people. They lie, and then when people report it, they want to tarnish your name and your image. Like, no, you guys aren't honorable, righteous people, man. You know, like remember when Earl was running around a drunk before he flipped the car and all that shit was out there, that he was in nightclubs and he was driving up the wrong side of the road and all this reckless shit, and people were reporting on him. What were they doing? They were lying on people, discrediting people. Meanwhile, fast forward, he had the accident, all this shit came out, then he got on his girl's platform and confessed all of this stuff. But what was they doing when this was going on? Covering up, tarnishing people's names and images and brands that was reporting on this stuff. You know? So, you know, it is what he said. Facts. Mel is a fan of Red Hat Mel. His girl are just, yeah, they're excited to be there, man. It's like they're living in the moment, man. I told my peoples yesterday, right? I said how he's carrying it. He's carrying like the lights is too bright, man. Like he got, that's the first thing I got from him. When I seen him get out the car, and shout out to Big Blunts for highlighting that as well. I was like, yo, dude didn't even give it up to the fans. He had his sunglasses on and shit. I was like, he seemed like it was too much. Because one thing about the Grand Arrivals, the Canelo Grand Arrival, is packed out. Like they don't usually have when, on the PBC scale like that. But he's been to press conferences and media workouts. They just don't have it like that. But hey, what do I know? Well, listen, I'm gonna go up here, hit this clock, get up out of here. Give me a couple hours, an hour or two, get my girl situated with homework and all that, and I'm jumping back on the desk. I'm gonna get in on the desk. But I appreciate you, Velocity Cuts. Appreciate Bruce Gas. Anybody else that plays us on the playback? He said, I think it's gonna be like Danny Jacobs 2.0. Well, Danny went the distance, man. I think, right? I ain't gonna kill Danny off. Danny is a fellow Brownsville, never ran, never will, right? I think Danny, because remember when Danny fought him, right? That's when Danny got like that. Didn't he get that $15 million deal? I think, Danny got that bread, bro. I think, remember Danny had got the contract with Matchroom. That's when, remember Matchroom was signing everybody, and they had all the bread. They gave Danny the bag, right? Remember that? Oh, look, these guys is punching out at 54. Watch me get on there. Watch me put these dudes on blast. Yeah, what happened, man? I thought no more 54. Now you guys are doing it, and I'm sitting in my car waiting.
Yo,
I'm sitting in my car waiting. You guys said no more 54. Now you guys are leaving me out in the cold, huh? Yeah, we was the 54 boys. We punch out at 54. Everybody else be like 55, 55. So they was telling me to stop doing it. So I started getting low on my whip. Now these guys are still doing it.
Yo, boom, be good, boy.
Yo. All right, you too. Yeah. I'm cutting the wall. You guys don't punch out? What's up? Guys gonna be punching now, like they just be looking at the clock. He said, I think it's gonna, man, nah, don't say Danny, man. Yo, Danny's still living off of that bread, man. Danny's still living off of that. Danny got that. But Danny was already well off. He was in like Westchester County, like upstate New York. He had a nice property estate. But I think Danny got that big. He got that big time Matchroom deal, bread. Yeah, he went straight to Atlanta. He was in Atlanta. Word. But shout out to Danny Jacobs, man. Remember they was trying to say that him and Charlo was gonna fight Big Maul. But it never happened. You know? It never happened.
Last week.
Oh yeah. Do what you do. My bad. Here, since it's your last week. All right. Just looked out for my man. He trying to get on. He's trying to get on with us, right? He still be smoking the chronic, the chronic. You know? So that's his last week. Man. So, you know, I gave him the strain, the sauce. He said it's his last week. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Because that's what I do. You know what? I don't do it no more. But, you know, for promotional use only, look. See that? Promotional use only. You know. Get with the strain. Promotional use only. You know? But yeah, man, that's a good step for it, man. Get in here. Get your CDL license and do the do, you know? Do the do, because it's good to have. One thing about having a commercial driver's license, especially an A, you can pick out work anywhere. You could drive anything, you know? And one thing about here, a municipality job, right? You come in as a driver, but then eventually, you will move up, and when you start to move up here, you get trained on heavy equipment, loaders, backhoes, you know, just different equipment, sweepers, you know. Now, having all of that, right? And your A license, man, you're an asset. You are a asset, because not only now can you operate different machinery, right? Graders and all kind of stuff, but you can drive. So, for example, like when I do outside work, a private job or something, normally, you can make a decent piece of coin because you could drive the equipment to the site and then also operate the equipment. And depending on the job, right? Sometimes that's a 2-in-1, what we like to call a 2-in-1. Because a 2-in-1, right? I will get paid as the transporter, meaning taking it from A to B. Then you will get paid. Now I'm talking about speaking on myself now, being that I have these qualifications to operate different machinery, I will get paid as the operator. Oh man. I'm saying, yeah, listen, if I had, because you know, I'm vested up here, man. But if I had what I had going on right now, like when those guys are gonna get laid off in a little bit because they work projects and different jobs, and then they collect unemployment for a little while, then they get another job. I have security. You know, I have security here, but you know, sometimes I do a private job or two. Shout out to WCS in the building. See you, OG. But yeah, I'm about to jump on the Parkway, and I'm gonna wrap this up. You know, get the girl situated, and then I'm gonna jump back on because I want to talk about the what's in it. And I want to before I get off, I know I got on here for a reason. Congratulations to Christina, you know, the top ranked analyst, commentator. Yo, she got in 50 most influential people in boxing. That's a great accomplishment. See, one thing about me, I'm not a hater. I love to give people their flowers, especially as people that I know that, you know, I know y'all like, you don't really know. Yo, listen, I worked a fight, a couple fights now that she, you know, commentated. She was on the elevator with me plenty of times. My kids know her. So don't tell me I don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? Knock it off. You don't know them. But I want to give her congratulations because that's dope, man. You know, her and Jamel Herring are the duo now, you know. She might be taking over what's the name spot because shout out to Andre Ward. He has moved on. I'm out, man. I'm coming back on. Support the content, man. I got the Quentin Randall, Brian Norman Jr. piece out there. I got my hand piece out there. You know, I can still move and groove, man. Like I said, and you content creators that feel some type of way about me from day one, you know, y'all gonna judge me anyway. But listen, if you got a proper bag, if you have a proper bag, because I see celebrity boxing and all that is big. If you have a proper bag, you know, listen, you niggas be wanting to fight and do all this shit for $5,000. No, I'm talking real money over here. You got some real dollars, right? And you think the source don't really got it like that? I just be out there playing around shadow boxing. Set something up, man. We can set something up. And I would gladly put these registered on you. You heard what I said? Registered. These are deadly. I just don't talk boxing and fighting. I can fight. I would gladly put these registers on you. You know? Yeah, set it up. But yes, hey, what do I know, man? Salute to WCS, salute to Velocity Cuts and Bruce Gas. Hopefully I ain't missing nobody. I'm going to keep my eye on the road, man. I am on the parkway right now. But with that being said, you know the vibes. It's the sauce. The news by Shaw News. Shout out to Wise Al Boxing again. I holla.